Hello, hon. How are you tonight? Figured I'd come in, give you some dinner. Made some fresh beef stew. Seemed like you're having a good night tonight. Glad to see you're feeling better recently. Well, my stew. I know I normally make other things, but it's winter now. Stew's kind of a seasonal dish. Well, not really, but a lot of people have it in winter, and I really like it in winter. I normally make you steak, spaghetti, other normal stuff. But I've never made you my winter stew yet. And I've been told it's really good. Of course, back when I lived in Japan, I used to make it with Wagyu. But Japan's behind me, so I just use some good quality Safeway loin now. Still plenty good. To me, at least. I'm sure you'll adore it. What's up? Are you not looking forward to this stew? I can make something... Winter? What's up with winter? Winter's a fun time of year, all this snow. Mainly the snow for me personally, but I know you Americans have a good few holidays coming up. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that fun stuff. Whichever you decide to celebrate is cool with me. I just want to spend time with you. Winter depression. Was that some kind of ailment? Now, it's just something a lot of people get around this time of year. Well, why are you dealing with it? You've got me. Your family's all fine and healthy. Their own places. Your parents are doing well. Your siblings. Come on, your parents always invite you over. You told me that. Don't think it's gonna really change this year for any reason in particular. It's just not like the old times. Well, when you're like a kid, yeah, things change. Well, yeah, things change, of course. We both know this. A lot of things have changed for me in the past year. And yeah, you don't hang out with your family as much anymore, but that's part of growing up. You don't live in the same house you used to when you were a child. Yeah, I know, it's a bit depressing to think about. Well, for you. Kitsune, really don't hang out with your family? I can't particularly say I know what you're going through, cause, yeah, I used to make it a thing to once a year talk to my mother, but after I went to Japan, nah. In America, kinda keeps that tradition going of not seeing my mother, but I'm cool with it. I'm sure she's fine with it. Well, you do have me, though, and I can shapeshift into anyone you want. I could be your mom or dad or sibling or whatever. Except for, some of these puffy tails. No. Understandable, that would be fairly weird, but, I thought I might as well offer. You seem to like having your family around a lot. But hey, like I said, you still have your super adorable Kitsune friend here to make you feel better. You want to hug a bit? Still my favorite little person ever to exist. If you need to do anything while you hug me, feel free. Oh. You're so small. Okay. Oh. Go ahead. I kinda get why you're crying, but just go ahead and let it all out. I get it. I may love winter, but all humans think about is the lack of light, the loss of life of close ones, and The depressing cold. I get it. It's fine. But we've got spring coming up, and everything will be so much better for you. You can watch the flowers bloom and the grass grow. Oh, there's no harm in being emotional. Rather have you let it out than put it up and turn it even into worse thoughts, you know? Glad to see you feel better. I'm happy, and you're looking happier now. It's painful to see you upset. You still want your stew? Yeah? Alright, I'll go grab it right now. Fresh, hot, and hearty. God, I love stew in the winter. Nothing eases you into the cold of the winter walk than a stomach full of warm meat and vegetables that warm you from the core out. Speaking of, I saw it snowing. Do you want to walk with me into the nearby forest? You do have that thick jacket I saw you bring home from the pawn shop earlier. You're so happy with how good of a price you got. Super cute anyways. I'll go grab my trench coat. The puffer jacket can wait for when it's in the mid-teens. I love days like this. The trees are so barren, the beautiful snow floating down so carelessly. It's really beautiful. I wasn't even aware Washington looked like this early into winter. Do you go on for walks like this much often? No? Too cold. Guess that's fair. You can see why I'm not bothered. Thick fur and such. Here, I'm pretty deep into the forest. I'm gonna lay down on my back and you lay on me. It's kinda nice, isn't it? Just getting to lay out in the middle of nowhere with your friend. It's nice to just think about stuff like this more and more, you know. Just sitting out here, nowhere. It's quite nice. You humans never really do this much anymore, do you? Only you, very campy ones, and well, a lot of them are kind of annoying. Let's be honest here. Nah, people who want to get in touch with their, sense of the outdoors again are quite fun. Especially to screw around with. You ever prowled around the campsite of some Japanese campers or American tourists and just made all sorts of weird noises? It's especially funny because in that country they don't really have access to firearms. So you get a bunch of scared little campers who can't do anything but wield their little pocket knives. Scared out of their minds, wondering if they're gonna die. When reality strikes, I'm just sitting in a tree, laughing at them, laughing away. And then, because it's Japan, it's super easy to just go and laugh at them, and they just think, oh, haha, Kitsune's so funny. Yeah, then they run for their lives. Yeah, that's the fun part. You ever taken a random camper behind a tree and just straight up said it to him in Japanese? Act like you're dead. It'll be funny. And I stole his soul. And then he was dead. I guess that last part isn't too funny. But, it's more Kitsune humor, you know. Sometimes you just have to entertain yourself and entertain your lifespan in the same way. But it is kind of nice, isn't it? Laying out here in the middle of the forest. I'm glad I grabbed my trench coat so less of you was touching the icy ground, laying against me. Hey, you know, we've known each other a good few months now. Since, what, May? Yeah. Well, I know it's a bit random, but let's fall asleep a bit. Just like, we're both warm enough to do it. And just set an alarm for 30 minutes on your phone. It's like, cool. Hey, before we sleep, I love you. Let's talk about that more after we wake up, though. Fall asleep with that warm thought going through you, eh?